So let's start with Mangalacharan, invocation prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurumritam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shivadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatha Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां स गणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिण्य निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to this weekly session. So today we'll discuss about why bad things happen to good people. Just sharing the screen. So why do bad things happen to good people? So basically, we see in our life, so many incidents happen. Like some students, they work very hard and they are very sincere in their studies, in their regulated life, but still sometimes they are not successful. In other case, some students, they go on recreation, they go on yeah, passing time with others, but still they get good marks. So the sincere students, he sometimes think that oh, see, I'm so sincere, I'm working so hard, but I'm not getting to my desired result. But see, that guy, that boy, uh, he's so insincere. He is going here and there. He's watching movie, and he has some also, nutty friends. But still, he's scoring good. So that time, that student thinks, why do bad things happen to good people? Same time in the offices also, some employees, uh, they are very sincere, uh, but they are not able to get promotion. And the other person, uh, who are very, very expert in politics, yeah, expert in pleasing the seniors, pleasing his boss, he gets promoted. So then that person who is very sincere in his work, he also thinks, Oh, why do bad things happen to good people? Hmm. So this happens in our uh, in our day-to-day life. How many of you feel that this also happens with you? Can you raise your hand? Jai Mata ji, Anshika Mata ji. Hmm. So many. Okay, thank you. Himanshu also. Hmm. So, so this happens. Huh? So one time there was a person. His name was Harold Kushner, and he was a missionary worker, and he actually uh, he was working for the society. uh, he was preaching the cult of Christian. mm, but his son was 14 years old, and he suffered from a disease called progeria. So in progeria, what happens? In progeria, a 7-year boy can be seen as a 70-year-old boy. Mm. So the skin and all the organs, uh, they become deteriorated. So at the time, he thought, the Harold Kushner thought, oh, I am a missionary worker. Mm. Why these bad things happen to me? And all of a sudden, uh, like suffering from the disease, and his son also passed away at the age of 14. So then he uh, he put some question. Just a second. So this is the inspirational bestseller, over 4 billion copies sold. Harold S. Kushner. He wrote this book, When Bad Things Happen to Good People. So he said, uh, he's in confusion whether there is God or no God. If there is God, then how these things happen to my son? My son is just 14-year old, and he has not committed so much sin in his life. Uh, So why these things happens? So then he came to a conclusion that he made a compromise: no God or God. Uh, So he made a compromise. This, yes, there is God, but hmm, like when you say but, that means the previous things washed away. Like I'll say, you are very good, and yeah, you are very sweet, but that means the previous things washed away. So he said, yes, there is God, but God is limited. Hmm. He said that God must be omniscient and all powerful. God must be all power. So God is omniscient, powerful, and merciful. He said that God must be omniscient. That means he should know everything. He should be all powerful, and he should be merciful. But somewhere there is a problem. Maybe he is all omniscient, all powerful, but not merciful. Maybe all powerful but not merciful, or maybe all merciful but not all omniscient. He couldn't know that my son is suffering. My son is suffering from disease, and he is going to he's going to face death. Hmm? So he he uh, like he put this theory like God is limited. Hmm? Yes, there is God, but God is what? God is limited. Hmm. Then uh, there was Charles Darwin. So Charles Darwin, he was a he was a believer of God. But what happens? His 8-year son was died of cholera. Hmm. So when his son died of cholera, so he also thought, oh, why do bad things happen to good people? Hmm. That means there is no God. There is no God, and the human uh, comes from monkey, not from human. Human doesn't come from human, but human come from man comes from monkey. Hmm. That means he stated that there is no God. Harold Kushner stated that there is limited God, but Charles Darwin uh, he stated that there is no God. Another incident in Scotland, there was a farmer, and his family name was Smart Family. So they worked very hard, and they built a beautiful house, and they, submitted, deposited so much money to go for a world tour on Titanic. And the maker of Titanic, he, he was saying that Titanic even cannot be drowned by God. Hmm. So that Scotland family, that smart family, they they did wish to go on a trip to whole world on the Titanic. But before they are going, the son of that farmer was bitten by a dog. So that Scotland family, they said, "Oh God, there are so many uh, boys, so many sons in the world. Why only my son was bitten by a dog? Why this bad things happen to good people? Oh Lord!" But so there, the money they have deposited, the money was also lost. But after they got the news that Titanic was drowned, then they said, "Oh Lord, you have saved us. Eh? You have saved us. Otherwise, our total family eh, was lost in the Titanic." So there are three cases I have shared with you. One is that Harold Kushner said that God is limited. Charles Darwin said that there is no God. And that smart family, they said that yes, there is God, and they also thanked God. Hmm. So this is a dilemma whether there is God, there is no there is a limited God, or there is no God. Hmm. There are three cases I have shared with you. So so like sometimes you know uh, sometimes when there are so many problems, we approach astrologer. One time, a boy, he approached an astrologer. He said, see, astrologer. So I'm not successful, like I'm not successful in my career, and also uh, my girlfriend, she left me, and so what is the problem? Please tell me. So that astrologer said uh, that शनि का 7.5 चल रहा है. That means Shani is not pleased with you. So so what is the solution? Then that astrologer said, you just give me 200 rupees. Hmm? So I'll make a homa or sacrifice that Shani will be satisfied. So that boy said that, no, I haven't 200 rupees. So astrologer said, so please give me 100 rupees then. He said, no, I don't have 100 rupees. Then give 50 rupees, Baba. No, I don't have 50 rupees. Oh, so please give me 25 rupees then. He said, no, I don't have 25 rupees also. Oh, you please give me 1 rupee then. He said, no, I don't have 1 rupee also. Oh, 50 paisa to de de. He said, no, I don't have 50 paisa also. 25 paisa? No. सो एस्ट्रोलॉजर से जा बेटा, तेरे तेरे पास जब इतना ही नहीं है तो शनि तेरा क्या बिगाड़ेगा. है कि नहीं. सो jokes apart, but we sometimes take help of the astrologer and some other person to get rid of this the problems when the problem occurs in our life. So uh, just a second. Yeah. Hmm. So line of blind following religion. Hmm. So nature of this material world. So people get suffering in one's body and mind, and natural disturbances, and also by other living entities. So people usually blame on God. Hmm. Like 2 days before, there was a stampede in Mahakumbh Mela. Hmm. Officially 20 people are dead, but unofficially there are so many people. uh, they they lost their lives. So 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 thing is that uh, we'll discuss about the solution. So in Bhagavad Gita, 5 things are mentioned. Can anyone say what are the 5 topics described in Bhagavad Gita? Please raise your hand. What are the 5 topics discussed in Bhagavad Gita? Yes, Puja Mataji.
Prabhuji, I can say only for the fifth one, I cannot, it's not coming in my mind. First is about Kam, second, Krodh, Earth, Moksha. And the last, is it?
These are the anarthas, and this is the anarthas. But these are not the topics described in Bhagavad Gita. Thank you for attempting. Any other fortunate soul? There's so many devotees, I think. Oh, yes. Veena Mataji is saying Kal, yes, Ishwar, two. Kal, Ishwar, then Jeev, yes. One second. Who's uh, Jeev, Karma, Kal, Ishwar, yes. Another, yeah, Prakriti, yes. So five topics are: first is Ishwara, second is Jeev, third is Kal, Karma, Prakriti. So Ishwara, Ishwara means who is the supreme Lord. So Brahmaji is saying Ishwara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So this is Ishwara. And Jeev. Jeev means Jivas are the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Mami Vangsa Jivaloka Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Krishna is saying Jeev is part and parcel of my transcendental nature. So Ishwara Jeev. Then now comes to Prakriti. So what is Prakriti? So Prakriti means like we are in this like now we are in this Gaya city. So there are spiritual world, there is material world. So this material world, in this material world also, there are unlimited universes, so many universes. And among these universes, one universe is ours, a small universe. And in this universe, there are 14 planetary systems. And in these 14 planetary systems, our lok is Bhuloko. And in this Bhuloko, there are so many, continents and so many countries. And in these so many countries, our country is one of them. And in our country also, there are so many states. And in these states, Bihar is one of them. And in this Bihar, there are so many districts. I think 36 or 37 districts. And in those districts, Gaya is one of them. In Gaya also, there are so many, so many prakhand, so many blocks. And in that, there is a city. And in that city also, there are so many wards, so many, what do you say? So many wards, I think, wards. In those wards, in one ward, there are so many buildings. And in those buildings, we are staying in one building. In that building also so many rooms, so many flats. And we are staying in one room on that building. So this is what so Prakriti. Prakriti, it is said that Prakriti is that means this is this material world. Prakriti means what? This is nature. Nature means Krishna is saying Maya Dakshana Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. In my guidance, this Prakriti is working. So this is the Prakriti. So you can say, I'll ask you a question that in a city, what are the important items should be there? Hmm? In a city, you can write in chat box. So what are the important things should be there? Like, for example, I'll say police station and other. What are the important things? Uh, you can write down in chat box. What do you think? What are the important things should be in? Okay, good governance. Okay, like you can say, like I have said, police station, schools, school, college. Yes, hospital. Yes, communication facility, offices, mm, education. mm, Yes, medication, factories, spiritual centers. Okay, means temple. Yes, temple. Come on, come on. Four thirds. Okay, these are important. But jail is required or not in a city? It's funny. Jail is required or not? Why then? Why jail is required? Why jail is required in a city eh, which consumes so much of land? Hmm? Sudhar Griha, yes, Puja Mataji, to demonstrate that bad karma will land you in jail. Yes. Eh, So this material world, eh, this material world is compared to a prison house. Hmm? Like why then Krishna created this prison house? Hmm? Why Krishna created this prison house? So Krishna actually, like maybe you can say there is a son, father and son. Hmm? So father says that my son, do not touch do not touch the fire. But the son is very adamant. He says, no, I'll touch the fire. No, beta, do not touch the fire. No, I'll touch it. I'll touch it. I'll touch it. So at last, father will allow you touch, and then you get the experience. You get the bad experience. So the son will go and touch, and he'll get a bad experience, and again he'll not touch the fire. Likewise, maybe there is mm, the mother is cooking in kitchen, and a small little girl, she she says that mother, I also want to cook. Mm. So mother knows that small little child, uh, she cannot cook, but she says, you just wait, I'll let you to cook. So next day, mother goes to the market, and he she buys everything, and along with that, she also buys some small kitchen set for her little girl. Hmm? That means these are the toys, and mother uh, mother gives her child to cook in this like using these toys, and she is very happy in cooking this in these toys, using these toys. But after some time, like after also cooking for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, she feels hungry, and she says, "Oh mother, please give me food." So mother asks, "Oh, you have cooked for 35 minutes, 40 minutes. You could not get the food right now. You could not prepare your food." So then she knows that though I am cooking, but the food which I want cannot be prepared by me. For that, I have to depend on my mother. So this material world is just like a like these toys, this small kitchen set which was provided to the small child. So then, so this jail should be a tough place. That means jail should not be facilitated with the word that is available in home. So jail should be facilitated in such a place that the people, the criminal, they could realize that the we are getting the punishment, and we have to be rectified. Hmm. So this material world is also designed like this. Will get sufferings here. Hmm. Because why so? Because we we want to enjoy separately. Uh, So for this reason, this material world is designed. So how did you get here? The law of karma. Then I have said Ishvara, then Jiva, Prakriti, then karma. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The mills of God grind slowly but exceedingly fine. Good and bad karma. For good karma, you'll get good facilities. For bad karma, you'll get bad facilities. So, definition of sin: deliberate disobedience to the laws of God. Honesty among the thieves. Huh? Can someone read? Yes, Puja Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Honesty among thieves. The personality of Godhead is perfect and complete, and because He is completely perfect, and all emanations from Him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself, because He is the complete whole. Even though so many complete units emanate from Him, He remains the complete balance.
This is the this is written in Ishopanishad. Though so many things uh, emanated from him, but still he remains the complete whole. So you cannot say, I'm ignorant. Hmm? So no excuse. If you are ignorant, still you'll get the reactions. You know. And the most important is that good karma and bad karma do not cancel each other. For good karma, you'll get the good result, and for the bad karma, you'll get the bad result, hmm, bad reaction. They cannot, they cannot cancel each other. You cannot say that I have done some bad karma. Now I'll do some good karma. That good karma will cancel the bad karma. No. Uh, you have seen, there are so many rich persons. They have so much money, but they are suffering from diseases. Hmm. That means for good karma, they have they are rich. Uh, They are getting all facilities. But for bad karma, they are suffering from diseases. Hmm. I hope this catches you the way it caught me. In the light of many perversions and jokes we send along to one another for a laugh. This is a little different. This joke today is not intended to be a joke. It's not intended to be funny. It's intended to get you thinking. Hmm. So I'd like to invite someone to read. Please raise your hand. Other than Puja Mataji. Okay, Ranjit.
Yes, Prabhuji. In light
Just
of many, yes,
I have read this. Yeah, please read.
a prominent American's daughter was interviewed on the early show, and Jane Carlson asked her, how could God let something like this happen regarding the attacks on September 11? Annie Graham gave an extremely profound and insightful response. She said, I believe God is deeply saddened by this, just as we are. But for years, we have been telling God to get out of our schools, to get out of our government, and to get out of our lives. And being the gentleman he is, I believe he has calmly backed out. How can we expect God to give us his blessing and his protection if we demand he leave us alone? In light of recent events, terrorist attack, school shootings, etc., I think it started when Madeline Murray O'Hare, she was murdered, her body found recently. Complained she did not want prayer in our schools, and we said okay. Then someone said, you better not read the Bible in a school. The Bible says, shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, and love your neighbor as yourself. And we said okay. Then Dr. Benjamin Spock said we should not spank our children when they misbehave because their little personalities would be warped and we might damage their self-esteem. Dr. Spock's son committed suicide. We said an expert should know what he is talking about, and we said okay. Then someone said, teachers and principals better not discipline our children when they misbehave. The school administrators said no faculty member in this school better touch a student when they misbehave because we don't want any bad publicity. And we surely don't want to be sued. There is a big difference between disciplining, touching, beating, smacking, humiliating, kicking, etc. And we said, okay. Then someone said, let our daughters have abortions if they want, and they don't, and they won't even have to tell their parents. And we said, okay. Then some wise school board member said, since boys will be boys and they are going to do it anyway, let's give our sons all the condoms they want so they can have all the fun they desire. And we won't have to tell their parents they got them at a school. And we said okay. Then some of our top elected officials said, it doesn't matter what we do in private as long as we do our jobs. Agreeing with them, we said it doesn't matter to me what anyone. It doesn't matter to me what anyone, including the president, does in private as long as I have a job and the economy is good. Then someone said, let's print magazines with pictures of nude women and call it wholesome, down to earth appreciation for the beauty of the female body. And we said, okay. And then someone else took that appreciation a step further and published pictures of nude children, and then further again by making them available on the internet. And we said, okay, they are entitled to free speech. Then the entertainment industry said, let's make TV shows and movies that promote profanity, violence, and illicit sex. Let's record music that encourages rape, drugs, murder, suicide, and satanic themes. And we said, it's just entertainment. It has no adverse effect. Nobody takes it seriously anyway, so go right ahead. Now we are asking ourselves, why our children have no conscience, why they don't know right from wrong, and why it doesn't bother them to kill strangers, their classmates, and themselves. Probably if we think about it long and hard enough, we can figure it out. I think it has a great deal to do with we reap what we sow. Funny how simple it is for people to trash God and then wonder why the world is going to hell. Funny how we believe what the newspapers say but question what the Bible says. Funny how you can send jokes through emails and then spread like wildfire, but when you start sending messages regarding the Lord, people think twice about sharing. Funny how lewd, crude, vulgar, and obscene articles pass freely through cyberspace, but public discussion of God is suppressed in a school and workplace. Are you thinking?
Hmm. So this is this was a discussion, and she was answering the media, that we do all this nonsense, and then we are asking why our children are doing crimes. Why there are so many rapes, so many murders, and because we remove God from our education, from our society. Like some people say, there is no Ram, but at the time of election, they'll say, we'll build a Ram Raj. They want to build Ram Raj without Lord Ram. eh? This is ridiculous. eh? So, so this is what the karma is. Whatever uh, action you have done, the reaction will be same way. Like to every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This is a law of third law of Newton, and this is also applicable to our karma. So we have discussed Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, and Kal. Kal means time. Krishna is saying, I am the time. Kalosmi aham. I am the time. So, so, and in karma also, there are three types of karma. There is karma, there is vikarma, and there is akarma. Karma means that is called punya. That means you are giving something on charity. That for that you'll get a good result. And vikarma, if you hurt someone, if you kill someone, so you'll also get that the result of that will be karma. But the result of karma and the result of vikarma, they both will bound you in this material world. But the result of akarma will free you from this material world. That akarma is what? That akarma is doing work for the pleasure of Krishna. When you involve Krishna with your activities, that becomes akarma. Then you'll not be bound in this material world. You'll be free from this material world. So whatever the reactions we are getting, this is for our past karma. But now, whatever you are doing, that you will get in the next time. Sometimes some result you get very soon, and sometimes some result you get very late. We have a cycle or we have a scooter. Sometimes there is a there is a leak in the wheel. Sometimes the air will go away very soon, and sometimes it takes time to go away. So it depends how that leak was performed in that on that field. So likewise, for some karmas we get the results very soon, and for some karmas we get results even life after life. So whatever we are getting reaction, whatever bad things is happening to us is for our karma only, for our bad karma only. But if you surrender to Lord, Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita 18.66, Krishna is saying, Sarvadharman parityeja mamekam sharanam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mukshishami mascha. If you just forget all the religion and just surrender unto me, aham tvam sarva papebhyo, I'll free you from all the sinful reactions. Ma sujaha, don't fear. So the level of surrender you'll commit towards the Supreme Lord, then you'll be gradually free from these sinful reactions. Your life will be blissful. So life is a preparation and death is the examination. So please prepare your life very nicely, so that in this life only you'll be freed from this cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease, and you can go back to Godhead, back to home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So actually, Lord, he just wants to love us. He wants us to love him. God loves us, but he wants all the jivas should love him. So for that, he's waiting for us to go back to him. So for that reason, he sends Shastra, scriptures, he sends sadhu, guru, By help of those, we can go back to home, back to Godhead. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If anyone has any question, we can discuss. Otherwise, we'll stop here. Yes, Ranjit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So my question is like, as we are in the Prakriti, that is not a real world, because real world is with God. So why we are evaluating that we are getting some bad fruits or some good fruits? So when we surrender to God, or when we are detached to the result, then everything which is coming, so it should not affect me, right? And if it is affecting me, that means I have not completely detached from this Maya. So then how this karma result will affect me if I am completely detached to the result of the karma?
Yes, there is a very beautiful story in Srimad Bhagavatam, and there was a Brahmana called Avanti Brahmana, and he was a very rich one time, but he was also a miser. So gradually, uh, he became very poor, and all of his relatives left him alone. And so at the time, he was suffering, and then he got the realization, see, whatever I am suffering, it is not because of my relatives, it is not because of my friends, it is just because of my mind. My mind, my mind is, is convincing me what is good and what is bad. Uh, so thinking this, he became very peaceful. Uh, so likewise, so there are so many persons, they are poor also. Hmm. But they think that they are poor. But there are also rich person, but they are also suffering. So this is actually this is also said by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Matra sparsastu kaunteya sitosno sukha dukkha agamo payano nityas tam titikshasa bharato. So this matra sparsastu kaunteya sitosno sukha dukkha, this happiness and this misery, it's like the cold and summer. It's like a cold and summer season. So, so it creates due to our mind. It is also created due to our mind. You know? So if one can control his mind, and if he can be aware of his mind trick, then for him that doesn't matter whatever uh, whatever misery he's getting or whatever happiness he's getting. Does this answer your question, Ranjit Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yes, Arpana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. As we know, whatever happening with us are the result of our karma. But you told as we can treat our mind, but how can we convince our mind? Now, sometimes we can convince, but sometimes we can't. So how can we convince our mind? It is my question. It is very difficult to convince our mind.
Yes. For that, surrender your mind to your senior, to your guru. Check with him or her that this is my mind is saying, is it true or not? Is it right, or is it the trick of my mind? Hmm? You have to check with your senior, with your counselor. Hmm?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, Dhanavad.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hari. Who is Hari?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Your name?
Nisha.
Okay, Nisha Mataji. Yes.
So Prabhuji, in the starting you told that when Herald's son died, he said that, oh Lord, what sin my son performed that he died so early. So does lifespan depend on our karma? So bad karma decreases our lifespan and good karma increases our lifespan. Does this happen?
Yes, actually, it is destined. It is whatever lifespan he is, he has been, um, that is already determined. uh, like not lifespan, it is actually the number of breathing. The number of breathing is provided for a soul in this lifespan. So it is up to him how much breathing he is consuming. If he is consuming very soon, and he can get the death soon. Hmm? And so many munis are there. They they can live up to 100 years, 200 years, 500 years. Why? Because they control their breathing. Hmm? Like maybe for 1 day or 2 days, they will take once they will breathe. Hmm? So it is the number of breathing that is given to a jiva in this lifespan. Does this answer your question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yes, Ranjit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, if you will allow, I want to complement your answer to Nisha Mataji. So basically, the death of the child is not due to bad karma of him. So it is the bad karma of Herald Kushner, because he has to suffer, not his child suffering there. Because of death of his son, the Herald Kushner is suffering. So this is what my opinion, Guruji.
No, actually, it is both. Hmm? It is both the bad karma of Harold Kushner also, and the bad karma of the lifespan is given to his son was 14. Like the lifespan of Abhimanyu, it was also very. I think he left at the age of 16. huh? So this is mixed, because his son also, he also suffered because of his bad karma, hmm? And he died, and also for him his father is also suffered. So the bad karma of both. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. We'll stop here, and we'll meet maybe on the next Thursday for this English session. Otherwise, in Hindi, I'm regularly giving 3-4 days in a week. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.